All right. Hello. Hi, it's Maggie from Moon Directed. I was looking for the chat so I could. There we are. So how are you doing tonight? It is Thursday night, January 17th, and we're here to talk about the full moon that's coming up. And I'm going to go ahead and go through and do something for everybody, all the signs, and then I will take live Q&A questions. And I have had a day. So yeah, I'm so sorry I'm late. Please write your questions and I will answer in the order they are received. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is a full moon lunar eclipse and it's happening. It's the hunger moon, the wolf moon, and it is happening in Leo and at 12:16 a.m. on Monday morning. So that's pretty exciting. You go to bed and it's like happening, and you should be able to see it here in North America. I think Asia can't see it, but pretty much, and maybe Australia can't see it. But pretty much everybody's going to get a shot of some view of it, and so that was pretty cool. So remember, this is the moon that releases the energy from that full moon, that new moon in Leo that started last August, and there was also an eclipse that came with that. And so this completes the Leo node cycle, and now in November, the nodes moved into into Cancer, because they go backwards. And so now we'll have a series of six, I think it's six. Don't quote me on that. But for the next 18 months, we will have Cancer and Capricorn eclipses. But this one's happening at 0 degrees of Leo, so it is just finishing up that cycle, and we're starting the new one. So if you are Leo rising, and these are really rising signs that these houses are going to pertain to, could go with your sun, it could go with your moon, but I think you're going to most accurately notice it in your rising sign. So just because of the moon placement, but it could trigger it. You might notice these things being triggered somewhere in your chart, right? Okay, so for Leo, this would be happening in your first house. Leo rising. It would be happening in your first house, and so that's your house of self, and how people view you, though, right? It's how you interact with the world. And so I'm going to take a Moonology card from Yasmin Bolin to just kind of see what the thing that you need to be concerned with. And this is, you and your loved ones are safe. Cancer, new moon in Cancer. Okay, so that's kind of the issue for you. It's going to be about the safety of you and your loved ones. So if there's some issue that's been coming up and you're struggling with family issues or friends or whatever, and you're just worried about people because there's so much tension with this eclipse. All the planets are just, there's so many planets in Capricorn right now, and this is happening right as it moves out of Capricorn. It's going to be kind of a release, kind of like this breath that comes out of everybody, and it could be an angry breath. And so for Leo, it's a possibility, right? Someone could really trigger something. And so if you feel the need to be standing up for people, they're safe. Okay, so let's get you a guidance card. You get 2. You have vast vistas, expand your horizons. You have 3, protected by angels. You're cherished by angels, and view from above. Get the big picture. So Leo, when you're all stressed out, if this moon triggers anything, just remember to be looking forward, and you're protected. And here's that protection again. So you and your family, your loved ones, you're all protected. And you can go ahead and look forward and start making your way forward. And just let this be the end of a major cycle. Let it go. Release the tension, release the anger, whatever. Take a deep breath because now it starts getting better, okay? All right, so that's Leo. If you are Cancer, it is in your second house. We're going to work backwards because the houses kind of work back. So this would be Cancer rising. Okay, Cancer rising. So Cancer rising, this is you probably will be feeling some tension coming in around your finances, things that you value, some things that see your self-esteem. Okay, so it's going to be a little tense there. So people may say or do something and you might feel a little under attack. You may notice that you're struggling with financial issues. This full moon could really trigger it, but the advice here from the Moonology cards is communication is the key. Okay, so if you're feeling tense about finances, if you're feeling tense because someone has somehow challenged your sense of self-worth, your self-esteem, or maybe something else that you value, then you need to take a deep breath and have a conversation as opposed to yelling. The good news is that on the 22nd, Venus and Jupiter catch up with each other, and I think that any of the negative energies that spill out as a result of this full moon will have an opportunity to have nicer conversations and ease some of that tension. And so for you, your advice is stand in the light of your truth, discovering truth. So Cancer, communication, what you really believe about the financial situation, about your personal situation, about your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-value, whatever the conversation is, have the conversation in a calm manner. Stand in your truth. Stand in your truth. It is really all anybody can ever do anyways, is just know that this is really about self-esteem when you're standing in your truth. Like, I know that this is what I believe. I know this is what is important to me. This is what is of value to me. All right, so Gemini. Gemini would be in your third house of communication. So this could be a little tense. This is at a kind of a tense angle. So, you're an air sign. Fire doesn't really bother you so much. So maybe not too tense, but there's still an opportunity for some negative conversation. So you should be aware of that with your siblings, maybe work communication, email. So just kind of be on guard for that. It could happen. It could. So let's get a little guidance on that for you, Gemini. Let's get a little guidance for Gemini. Or not. We're just going to, oh, there you go. That was really slow. It says, oh, your hard work is paying off. The new moon in Capricorn that just happened. So your hard work is paying off, Gemini. That is excellent. So there may be a little tension with communication, but you're getting somewhere. So yay. Good for you. And I'm going to get you a card here from Denise Lynn's Secret Traveler just to give another piece of advice on this. And let's see what we have here. Oh, you have only two. Felt like more. You have Desert Passage. There is a divine plan. Ooh, faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. So your hard work is paying off. It looks like you're going somewhere. It looks like it's not been easy. And going somewhere doesn't necessarily mean travel like actual travel. It could be like you've had a plan that's been in works, or maybe you are moving or changing locations where you live. Maybe there's been something that's been hard to get to that you've been trying to figure out the different way, but your hard work, you've been laying the groundwork. Communication is going to be a key for you. But it looks like you're going somewhere and it looks pretty good. So congratulations on that, Gemini. All right, so Taurus. Taurus, this is in your fourth house of home. What feels like home to you? It's also the mothering energy, the nurturing energy for you, Taurus. And so this is at a square. That's so great. So you're going to have to really kind of watch. You're going to have to kind of watch what you say. That don't let your emotions run away from you if things don't feel really great at home, because that's not a place where you want to create even more difficulty. Hello, if you would like to ask me a question, I will be doing Q&A in a few minutes. All right, so Taurus, you are good enough. You are good enough. So if you've been dealing with an issue at home and you feel like you've been under attack and you're being told, well, you're just not doing enough, you're not helping out, you're not pitching in, you know what, you're good enough. So maybe there's a communication issue that needs to be had. Maybe there's a conversation that needs to happen, but you are good enough. And I'm going to get you a piece of advice here from Denise Lynn, Sacred Traveler, or seems like very chatty tonight. So you have unknown territory and gates of triumph. All right, so this looks like you're on the move too, Taurus. Like, okay, so you are good enough. Maybe there's a situation at home where you're like, I'm done with this and I'm out of here. Or maybe this is a situation where you've been working really hard and you're like, I want to move, and you found the place that you're going to go. And so that's the gates of triumph. Or you weren't sure you were going to get, maybe you didn't think you were going to get qualified for a loan, and the information comes in, you know, you're good enough to get this loan, gates of triumph. It could be something like that, but it's definitely related to around the home and family situation. But just remember, Taurus, you are good enough. And Leo is about our self-esteem and our self-worth and standing in our powers. That's a really good place to be. All right, so if you are Aries, this is in your fifth house of fun and romance, and it's actually really good energy for you. So you could really find that this full moon makes your life a lot more fun for the weekend coming up. So that's good news. But let's just see what we get from the Moonology cards from Yasmin Bolin to kind of see which way we're heading off on this. And you have bring love into the situation. Woo-hoo! Fun and romance, good for you, Aries. Does not stink. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get you some cards here. I'm saying some cards because so far I haven't just gotten one. And yes, you have 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, so Aries, you have an impasse. Uh-oh. Reflect and redirect your energy. So maybe it's not so great. Maybe the fun and romance, you need to start expressing the fun and the romance, because this is impasse. Oh, but wondrous universe, that's nice. Maybe it's some people are having one thing and some people are having another. This says walk in beauty, reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly, and cleansing waters, purification, vibrant life force. Okay, this looks to me like maybe things have been a little tense in the fun and romance department with maybe someone that you're involved with. Just kind of relax, take a deep breath. It looks like impasse is going to break through because you have really good energy coming up in it, right? So, again, with this Leo moon, this eclipse is really you're going to find that you're going to be releasing things from your life that are not working in as far as anything that's making you feel bad about yourself. So, and that's a good thing, right? We don't need that kind of energy in our life. So that's important to keep in mind. And just be aware, Aries, because Mars being in Aries right now, this could make you a little more aggressive. Just be sure that what you say you want to say, because like I said, this full moon could really cause some arguments to spring up. So, all right. Pisces, 6th house. Tension is you're going to find is going to be in your day-to-day activities, your routines, and just getting back and forth to work, doing things. You have, don't let pride get in the way, and it's time to take action. Don't let pride get in the way, and it's time to take action. So, Pisces, if there's been something that you've been needing to do, but you're like, well, that's beneath me, or I don't know if I can do that. Oh, okay, for instance, maybe you've been trying routine health and stuff like that. So maybe you're supposed to go to the gym, and you're like, I don't like it when people watch me work out. You know, they see me when I'm not at my best or whatever. That would be letting pride get in the way of you taking action. That would be positive to helping you build a good health routine, a good daily routine. So that's something to kind of maybe let go of with this full moon. Go, I'm going to let go of that insecurity about this. Ooh, you just got one from the Sacred Traveler, and it says that you are protected by angels, which is nice. So you are protected as you're out and about, traveling around, running around, because the 6th house does rule that area. So good thing, because I don't know if you're here in the Northeast this weekend. Looks like we're in for some weather. Doesn't look good. Okay, so Aquarius Aquarius, for you, this is happening in your 7th house of relationships. Okay, Aquarius and Leo is supposed to be really good energy combined. But we already have a lot of tension building, and it's going to be released with this full moon. And you guys are in opposition, and so sometimes that tension can be really bad. In Aquarius, you've been known to pull out that sharp little tongue of yours, right? So you might want to guard what you are saying over the next few days as this pressure builds until after the full moon happens and it releases all that energy. Unless, of course, you're willing to, dance with the devil. Okay, so you have, a time for healing. Aquarius, this is nice. So this full moon maybe will release a lot of tension that you've been feeling, and you can finally start healing a situation that's been really bothering you. So that would be nice. So definitely don't make things worse. Right? Don't make things worse. All right, so let's get you some guidance to go with that. And you have, vast vistas and joy and delight. Open your heart to joy and expand your horizons. So a time for healing. Looks like Aquarius, you guys have been having it really kind of tough for several months. And so maybe this full moon is going to release all that negative energy like a pressure valve, and you can finally start moving forward and start finding the joy in life, start getting out there and finding the good stuff. And it's about darn time for you. Okay. Capricorn, 8th house of deep transformation. Okay. You just had a new moon where you were supposed to be really getting shot out of the cannon, right, Capricorn? And so now here comes the ending of a cycle for you of deep transformation that you've been working on, I would say, for a couple of years, because it's the end of this node cycle, and now the node is in your Capricorn is in the south node right now. So this is going to be major soul work this year, and you have hold your vision. So Capricorn, hold your vision, the things that you planted, the seeds that you planted with that new moon that you really, really wanted. Hold the vision of that. Let the pressure out of what has happened the last couple of years. Let it go. Let it go. This is like, and hang on tight to what it is you're trying to create, and let the past go with all of its negative influences, things that were holding you back and holding you down. And you have passion and pleasure, savor your life, nice, and voyage of the heart, love flows through you and to you. So very nice. Hold your vision. This looks really good. So if you're feeling the tension, because this is going to be a little tense with this full moon, don't let the negative energies of it make you think, I'm not going to get what I'm working toward. No, you can. Just hang on to it. Keep working toward it. Capricorn, you know how to do that. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Travel, higher learning, knowledge. You could be coming to an end of a big cycle in that, but this is a really comfortable trine energy for you. And so there's a really good possibility that you're going to gain something from this, like a new adventure. It's going to release. It's kind of like going to shoot you forward. I've been telling you, Sagittarius, that this is your year coming, and this might be the last bit of the releasing of the old energy, and then you're going to have that new moon in Aquarius coming up, and that might really be, for Sagittarius, your new year. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Geez Louise. Okay, that is too many. We're going to see which ones of these are the most important. That one for sure. Okay. 3 is fine. 12 is not. Okay. Look at this, Sagittarius. Believe in the impossible. Excellent. And you have, what do you need to release? Okay, so you need to let something go so you can let all this good stuff in. But believe in the impossible. And you need to meditate and contemplate. That's some serious advice there. So Sagittarius, you're really good at that too. You have that innate higher knowledge. And so you can believe in the impossible, but you're going to have to let something go. Something's been holding you back. And it's been keeping you from being able to like feel like you're hitting the ground running. And so the energy of this moon is going to allow you to release that so that you can really, with that new moon in Aquarius that's coming up, really, really set your intentions, right? So here we go. Oop. And you have travel lightly. Oh yeah. What do you need to release? Emotional baggage, mental baggage, physical baggage. What do you need to release so you can take off, so you can travel lightly, so you can move forward, because this is your year, Sagittarius, but you're carrying too much. You gotta put some of that stuff down, okay? You just can't carry all that stuff and get to where you need to go. So you're gonna have to leave some stuff behind. Kind of reminds me of one of the Indiana Jones movies where the guy won't let go of the whatever the object was, the gold or whatever, I don't know, the thing of value that he thought was so important, and it ended up being too heavy and it carried him down to his own death. That's not the way to go. You should have let it go, right? You can always find more wealth. Let it go if that's what's holding you back. Okay. Scorpio, 10th house of career. Ooh, and it's a tense kind of an aspect. So you might find that this full moon will help release some tension at work, or you may need to be careful on Monday that you don't get into a fight at work, right? All right, look at the bigger picture, and it's time to give rather than take in your career area, Scorpio. It's time to give rather than take. So you could probably avoid some conflict by not making demands coming up here, and take a look at the bigger picture. Okay, so I want credit for, or I want to work on this particular project, but maybe it's not in the best interest of you. Maybe it's definitely not in the best interest of the company. Maybe someone's better qualified. You might have to do a little giving of ground. And it says, stepping into your power, you are strong beyond measure. Ooh. So, giving the ground, letting someone else take the lead, if that's what has to happen, does not detract from your abilities. And it makes you look like a better, stronger person if you give more than you take, if you're a little less demanding in the work sector. So, good luck with all that. All right, Libra. Libra, this should be good energy for you. It's in your house of groups and fun and activities, and so maybe you haven't been having enough fun, and it's time to let go of some of that negative loneliness and get out there and have some fun. Why do I get these books? You have 6 cards. I'm not happy. Okay, so you have a win-win, a new start, and adjustments are required. Hard work is paying off. Balance spirituality and practicality, and the energy is gaining momentum. Okay, well, they all say about the same thing. You got a new beginning coming. It looks good. You've been working hard. The win-win is happening, but you are going to have to make some adjustments. But this energy of this moon is definitely gaining momentum for you, and so you're heading in the right direction. So, Libra, hang in there. Now, I don't know what hard work has to do with group activities. So let's think about that. That could be how a group perceives you from work. If you work with a lot of people, maybe you've been negotiating, maybe you are a teacher. There's a large group of people when you see that. But you're mending and healing, and there's a breakthrough ahead. So your hard work is paying off, and you are getting somewhere. You're getting somewhere. You might feel like you're stagnant and you're stuck. Maybe what you're stuck in is like your own energy of, I need this to be perfectly balanced. Sometimes you got to give a little, right? But finding that win-win sounds like a very Libra thing. So seek the win-win in the groups and see where you can come out. All right, Virgo, 12th house. Hopes, goals, dreams. What are you going to have to let go of? This is not really great energy. So generally what that tells me is that there's something you've been hanging on to, some kind of an ideal, some kind of a thing that you think it's just this way. Maybe you have been dug in about some principle or some spirituality thing or some serious goal, and you really, really have been dug in about it. And maybe you're going to need to make an adjustment on that. Whatever it is, it's time to take action. So if you've been sitting on go with some kind of a goal that you've been really wanting to do, maybe what you need to let go of is the sitting in there and waiting thing, and actually set yourself free to chase it down. That would be lovely. I think everybody should chase down their dreams and their goals. You don't know that you can't achieve them if you never go after them. You've got to take the chances. And then, you know what's really interesting is that the universe, when you take that first step forward, then they bring you in the help you need. But they're sitting there going, why aren't you doing something? Why aren't you moving? Okay, yep, so you have an impasse. You have an impasse. It says reflect and redirect, and this one says it's time to go. So you're sitting somewhere in your stubbornness about something that you know you're right about. I bet you any minute you are right. You're probably not wrong. Virgo has a tendency to be very right about a lot of things, but being right, there's this old saying, you can be right or you can be happy. So I'm going to ask you to pick happiness. And you can be right 98% of the time. But maybe this time you let it go so that you can be happy. Okay? All right. So I know there's somebody in the chat, but I don't see a question. Do you have a question? Because I am done and I am willing to take questions. So do you have a question? I feel like I should play Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. No? Okay. If you're going to ask me a question and you're trying to figure it out, just hit the thumbs up button so that I know I should be waiting. Or I'm going to close this up. Okay. All right. Well, so this is going to be a seriously powerful full moon, but at 12:16 a.m. on Monday, you can get outside and you can see it. Try to find some place that's kind of dark. It's going to be a blood moon. It's almost a super moon. It's really close to the earth. And so it'll kind of go kind of like a pinky reddy color, and you can enjoy that. And then take a deep breath, everybody. It's going to be releasing some serious energy, and hopefully it's positive. Try to avoid the negative for your own sense of well-being. But you know what? There was somebody that was supposed to stand in their truth. Capricorn? No, I don't remember now. Whoever it was. Go back and look. Then stand in your truth, you know. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to hang up now. Be sure to come back this weekend when I do the weeklies, and we'll see what the energy of the moon's going to do for you. Like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate you sticking out with me. All right, have a good night.